action. Hey everybody, it's Cheyenne here again, and I am back with another video. I'm showing you today how I did this pinky, pumpkin-y, smoky fall eye. At the end of this video, I show you a new technique I've been trying out. It's called the buffing technique, and it's a way to get your makeup to look extra saucy and flawless. So if you are interested in that part, definitely stick around to the end. And if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, definitely don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, which I have a feeling you might, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And let me stop talking and let's get into the video. Thanks so much, guys. Okay, first things first, we're gonna prime. This is the Milk Hydro Primer. This stuff is really tacky, so it helps your makeup sit on the face for a long time. Doesn't really fill in pores too much, but it does help significantly with the wear of the makeup. And the trick with this primer in particular is you want to let it get a little tacky before you go in with your foundation. So let it dry. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's quite tacky, which is going to help keep your foundation staying on. Perfect. So I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of these Revolution liquid highlighter drops because I kind of want to sheer out the foundation just a bit. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. And by little, I kind of mean a lot, like that much. And then I'm going to add in the foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my Morphe Jeffree Star foundation brush and then just start buffing that in. And you want to get all the way down the neck, not just under the jaw, but all the way down. Even on your ear, because as you can see, this foundation is a little yellowy for my skin tone at the moment, but that's totally fine because we're gonna blend it all in. You will not be clocking me today or any day. JK, I'm clockable 99% of the time. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and then just further blend out the foundation. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and cream contour with my Makeup Revolution contour stick in the color F12. Under the jaw. See how putting that shadow already makes it look like I have a more chiseled jawline from far away? It's all an illusion, baby. Just kidding. No, it is a little bit. And then this is a really dark contour shade. Here, I'll show you the difference. This is F12 and this is F14. So that's a pretty big difference for just two shades. But I like to go in with this just a tiny bit right here. Right there. Barely any of this guy because she's pretty dark. Woo! We're about to be bronzed up today, Sade. We're going for a very warm, fall, cozy looking makeup look today. start bouncing. The more you blend, the more beautiful and flawless your makeup will look. So just keep that in mind. You get out what you put in. And if there's one thing you need to know about life, that's it. Contour, done. We're gonna go back in to add more dimension and structure to the face with concealer. My favorite part of makeup. For that, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Bye Bye Under Eye to start. And this is a super heavy full coverage concealer. As you can see, it's very full coverage. I like to kind of tap it off on the back of my hand just to kind of warm it up and make it a little bit more pliable to the face. And then do simple taps right down where you want it. Okay, and this definitely looks borderline psychotic right now, but once we blend it out, it's gonna look great. So you wanna just keep doing small taps underneath the eye. Make sure to blend down around your nose. I believe that the under eyes have left the building. I'm getting so hyped about Halloween. I have like 500 ideas that I want to do, but I'm thinking realistically I'll probably get up 3 to 5, realistically. The goal would be like 5, given that it is my first Halloween season on YouTube, and the planning is very time consuming, but super fun. I think my first look I'm gonna do is a look I've already done back when I was in college, but I'm gonna actually film it this time. Terminator, female, femme Terminator, who will snatch your heart out. To set my under eye, I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Super Stay Powder Foundation and a Real Techniques powder sponge. This just gives amazing coverage to the under eye. Makes you look wide awake, honey. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop with the base for now. I'm gonna move on to the eyes, and for that, I'm gonna start with my brows. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution brow pomade, and I am in the shade Medium Brown. And so this pomade is pretty awesome. I used to always use the Anastasia one, but this one I find is just as good and super inexpensive. So I like to pick some up on the brush, a little angled brush, and then put it onto the back of my hand to kind of thin out what's on the brush, because you really don't need much of this stuff. It goes a long way. Here we go. And once you've done your first pass through the brow and you comb through it, that's a good opportunity to go back in and see where you still have some sparse areas. So I'm seeing there's some sparseness happening right here and right around this arch. So I'm gonna just go in with a little bit more product right in those areas. Okay, and then once your brow is looking how you like it, I'm gonna just go in and run my e.l.f. Brow Wow through it. Wow Brow, I always call it Brow Wow. The Wow Brow, run that through it one time. Then we're ready to move on to the shadow. Brow, no brow. Brow, no brow. Brow, who's that? Ew, we don't know her. There she is. There she go. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna put on a little bit of eyeshadow base so we can get started on this eye look. Okay, so for that I'm gonna just use a little bit of concealer. I'm all about using the same product for multiple uses, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that Bye Bye Under Eye and then just use it to prime our lids. Now I'm gonna go in with this to smooth out the base a little bit. So I'm just using my powder foundation to go in and set this. Okay, so I got this palette in my FabFitFun box, which if you don't have that, you should get it. It's by the brand Pure, and just look at these shades. I mean, tell me that doesn't scream fall. All these burgundies and browns, it's beautiful. So to start off this look, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here called Natural. And I'm gonna just put that in the crease. And this whole look is gonna be really soft and blown out, so we're not gonna be doing any detail work, so it's a very, very easy look to achieve. Just get this into your crease. Just hit it with some circular motions. It's a mix between a circular motion and a windshield wiper motion. So as I'm moving from side to side, I'm also circling and throwing that thing in a circle, like so. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna come back to this palette, but for the next color we're gonna use, I'm gonna be going into the Monarch Kat Von D palette. And I bought this palette specifically for just this one shade. This burnt orange looking shade is gorgeous. So I'm gonna take that on the same fluffy brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna just go back into the crease a little bit lower than where we laid down that initial color. And this color right here lets the public know you're ready for fall. It screams an open invitation to your Halloween party that you're having this year, period. And these colors blend out so beautifully. They're gorgeous. And I'm also gonna take that same orange color and run that on our lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into that Pure palette here in just 1 second. However, I need to call my insurance company because I just found out that there's a 99% chance of fallout today. So I need to see if I'm covered. Oh, looks like we're covered. Gorgeous, darling. Okay, so moving back into that Pure palette, I'm gonna go in with the color Strong, which is this burnt orange looking red, and then I'm gonna take that on a angled brush, and then I'm gonna kind of go in and make a outer V with this shade. Just take it from the middle of the lash line and then just drag it up and then fill in everything underneath. And then you can build this up however much you're comfortable with. Now moving on for some additional definition, I'm gonna use this same angle brush and I'm gonna go into this chocolate brown, just a dark matte brown. Any brown you have will work, but you don't want it to be black, but you want it to be very deep, just so you can accentuate this outer edge. So now I'm gonna go in with a little pencil brush and really diffuse that line by just working out the top of the wing. So you wanna leave the definition that's at the base of your lashes, but diffuse the top wing line. Like so. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into a little bit of a lid color. I'm gonna be using this color from my Urban Decay Nocturnal palette. It is called Fireball right here. So now I'm gonna go in and blend out the edges. Okay, and to give this a little bit more of a glittery effect, I'm gonna go in with this pressed pigment. It's in the color Sweet Acting. She's just a little sweet acting, and it's a really reflective pink shadow that comes out looking pretty much just like glitter. But it's gonna give us a nice, pretty, glittery effect. And these are amazing. I put them on with my finger because they stick on a lot better that way. See that? I ran it up into the brow bone and all over our crease because we want this again to look really blown out and kind of imperfect. Okay, so I'm gonna just go in one more time with a precise little angle brush to kind of deepen up the dark chocolate brown that we have in the outer V right here. We just want to further intensify this, but just at the lash line. Okay, perfect. Now we can dust away our little insurance layer. No fallout over here, honey. Okay, and I'm gonna go in and line my waterline with a dark chocolate liner. This one is by Estee Lauder. It's called Black Coffee. So it's not actually black, it's brown, but it is a pretty deep brown. I love to use this guy in my waterline. So now that our waterline is lined, I'm gonna go in and buff out that line. I'm gonna start with the color Strong, which is that reddish color, and use that to start buffing out the liner. Okay, so whenever you have your bottom lash line blended out, we're gonna go in with a angle brush. I'm gonna just use this one right here by Jeffree Star, and we're gonna go in with black. And we're gonna just stamp that as close to the lash line as we can, which is gonna really intensify this look. You basically wanna put it right in between your lashes and your waterline. Okay, so that is looking pretty smoky. I'm gonna go back in with our pencil brush and just blow that out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to apply some false lashes off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so our lashes are on. I used the same Kiss ones that I always use. I added some mascara, and now I'm going to move on to my inner corner highlight and the rest of the face. I'm gonna use this color Gumdrop right here. It has pink shift to it, which I feel like goes pretty cute with this look, since it's cranberries and pinks. love that. Okay, so to warm up the face, I'm gonna just go in with my Anastasia contour palette. I just mix all the shades. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna go into this BH Cosmetics palette. It's called the Special Occasion palette, and it's got some blushes in it, and I really gravitate toward this one right here. It's like a burnt orangey tan color, and the pan's really small, which makes it a little difficult to use, but where there is a will, there is a way. And I like this burnt orangey blush. I like to get the blush up in this region right here, just so, as you can see right now, it's just pretty bare. So we want to go in and make sure that there's some color right there. And for highlighter, I'm going to be going back in with the Glow Kit and using a mixture of butterscotch and gumdrop. I'm going to just dab between the two. So moving on to lips, I'm going to put on a little lip pencil. This is Sandstorm by NYX. And for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with this Lime Crime lip color in the shade Birthday Suit. Okay, so that is the lip combo. Okay, so now I want to get into something called the buffing technique. So for that, you're gonna need a loose powder. I'm gonna be using my CoverGirl loose powder in the shade Fair, and a big fluffy brush. And all you do for the buffing technique is put a little bit of powder all over the face, swirl it around just to kind of make the skin look airbrush and tie all of the different shades on the face together. So here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit on and then tap it into the lid, and then just start buffing. So I went ahead and only did one side of the face, so you can kind of see the difference. This side, I did a thin layer of loose setting powder all over the face, blending it all together. And I feel like this kind of just looks softer, and you can't really see where the contour is, where the blush is, where the highlight is. It kind of all just blends together. Whereas on this side, it still looks good, but it seems a little choppy right in this area and right down here. So to do the buffing technique, again, all you do is just buff powder all over the work that you've done, just to kind of blend everything together. And you use really soft circular motions. Okay, so after we've buffed in that powder, the last thing I'm gonna do is just spray my face down to get rid of any powdery residue that you might see, although it really doesn't look powdery because you blend it in so well and buff it all together. I'm still gonna just set my face real quick. All right, y'all, so that about sums up this look right here. The buffing technique turned out pretty bum, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really, really flawless. It looks really smooth. It's looking photoshopped on my end. I don't know what y'all are seeing through the camera, but over here it's looking pretty good. So definitely give that a try. It's really easy to do. So if you guys try it out, let me know how it goes. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.